Alright, so just doing a overview of my whole PNP setup here. This is my stencil printer. I got a vacuum connected up. I'm gonna save your ears, but I keep the vacuum running and then I control the vacuum with this choke. So I'll leave it open, lift it up, put the PCB in, close the choke, and it'll suck it down. Do one swipe with the paste, and then it'll still be down. I'll pop the choke open and then lift up on the stencil. Then pasted boards done. Pop that guy out of there. So I got a vacuum bed by Unexpected Maker hacked up. So then we get the pasted circuit board. Stack those guys up off to the side. Put a new one in. And then I can actually bump around the, this is just on a piece of heavy MDF. So once this, it's pretty much perfect with this choke open and this guy sucked down lightly to where I can just nudge this guy if need be. Once it's in the right spot, you usually don't have to, but it's pretty easy to if need be. But then I put three, these ones are a little bit bigger. I got 3 panels that'll line up. And these are just little rubber weather strip, and then on angle aluminum, and then stoppers. So I just push that up against the stopper to get to roughly the same place every time. Yeah. So little orientation of my feeders. I've got most of the ICs, the large ICs, in strip feeders or trays. So I've got, these are TSOP 28s and PLCC 32s. Here's some TSOP 48s, TQFP 100s, and then these are my auto feeders with the big box of reels. So I've got 8mm tapes over here, and then some 12mm tapes for regulators, and a 16 for microcontrollers. I got some, this job's not using these bigger ones, the other 16s, but anyway, I've already got, you can see I've got one board placed. Just like verify that I've got all the footprints right. Location's proper. You can see right there, I got that one was 180, so I had to fix that guy. But so I'm just gonna, normally I place all panels, all boards on all 3 panels at the same time, but that will go through and place the same part on each individual panel. So to kind of see everything, you gotta watch the whole build. So we'll just place one panel. This one's already, this board here is already placed. So we'll go to the next board. Oh, I ended up having to move this board's location. So let's set that quick. Jog over, it's about there. So then I can just click the capture to update that board's location, and then I can do, it'll, once you set all the board spots, roughly speaking, go through and do the update its location based on the fiducials. So I'll hit that. Let's find the fiducials that I have on each board, and then it'll update the location here. Okay, so that's just like a setup step. You have to do it for the first one, but then my stoppers keep it in the same spot every time. All right, so we are should be ready to place this board. I've got fiducials and a handful of components here, so we'll get some nozzle changes as well. I've got this first board enabled. I could have shut this off. It's going to find the fiducials on that board, even though it's all components are placed. So there, it's going to find the fiducials for this specific run. Picking 2 components, takes it over to the, I'm going to switch it over to the bottom camera to be able to see it, but let's place those guys, do 2 feeds. So I've got a resistor there. Oh, a failed placement. I forgot that vision isn't set up right on that component yet, but we'll skip over that guy. Whoa. I see regulator. Place it down. Does the vision correction for each nozzle. Nozzle change. All the passes right now, the small guys. All these vision pipelines have to be tuned. Another nozzle change there for the big guys. Think a big TQFP 100. That's for him here. All my small components are done. So it's just using the second nozzle for the bigger components. I don't have those well balanced in this board yet. And it's done. So we can go through and see in the camera how we did. Switch over to the top camera, turn the light on. Alright, so fiducial. Yep, those are good. These are just some markings I have for the corners of the board. And we got a 5 cap. Another one. And another 1 microfarad. And then my 100 nanofarads. These guys all came out pretty good. Battery resistor. This part I don't have a feeder for yet. I gotta build another one. So those I'm placing by hand right now. That guy's a little off to the side. The placement looks good on the camera, but it should be good enough. I guys fixed those guys from my last batch where they're backwards. This microcontroller turned out pretty good. It's a little off, but that actually should be good. That guy's looking good. That's the one where I haven't fixed the pick height in the. This is a new component I haven't done yet. There's the big TSOP or TQFP 100. It's pretty close. Usually I just like this definitely needs a little nudge, but generally I don't really trust it. I inspect them and bump these guys as needed. There's my big PLC flash, looking pretty good. And then the CHR RAM, that goes in good shape. And the W RAM, that one's looking good too. So that's all of them. Can move my head out of the way. And that's the board we just placed. So once those are all, go through and place all of these, and then